time is now for live video highlights of your school's march to excellence.
News sets up inside of the pitch. High fly to left. It's up, it's deep, and it's going to be gone!
Legacy Sports Network brings you high-quality HD video broadcasted by the best in the business.
Handoff, Adam Taylor lunges to the end zone, touchdown!
This is one of the most exciting things.
With all the runs, hits, scores, and more, we're building a legacy one game at a time.
I appreciate it, Gerald. You guys at Legacy do an unbelievable job.
Join us on pay-per-view or video live streaming your favorite high school and college athletics at legacysportsnetwork.com.
Legacy Sports Network is going to be bringing this presentation to your home.
Athletic Director Jason LeBron, head softball coach John Easton. Bouncing ball to first base side. Tatiana Bainey beats it out for a single. On the plate now is Megan Holm, the second baseman, junior, number 8. Megan Holm, runner on first base, Tatiana Bainey for the Lady Saints. Wind up and pitch by Karen Tennis. Ball to the outside. Great afternoon for softball here in Waco, Texas. Thanks for joining us. Wind up and pitch by Tennis. Got a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Megan Holm. Karen Tennis, right-handed pitcher for the Lady Broncos of League City Bay Area Christian. Quick return by Karen Tennis. Bunts laid down. Ball bounces foul. 1 ball, 2 strike to Megan Holm. Megan Holm, a junior second baseman. Here's the windup in the pitch. Got a strike, struck her out. So the first out of the game goes to Megan Holm. Ryan Sills, the pitcher for the Lady Saints, comes to bat. Junior, right-handed batter. Runner at first base is Tatiana Bainey. Karen Tennis, here's a windup and delivery. High and outside for a ball. On deck, number 16, Karen Anderson, first base junior for the Lady Saints. No score in the top of the first inning between the Broncos and the Lady Saints. Here's the windup of the pitch by Karen Tennis. It's low. Moves the count to 2 balls and no strikes to Ryan Sills. Ryan Sills back in the batter's box again, ahead of her counterpart. 2 balls, no strikes. Balls to the inside, makes the count 3-0 to Ryan Sills. Runner at first base is Tatiana Bainey. 1 strikeout already for Karen Tennis. Behind on the batter now, 3 balls and no strikes. Here's the windup and delivery by Karen Tennis. High and outside, 4 pitches, got a base on balls. Bainey goes to second base. Ryan Sills goes to first with base on balls. Kristen Anderson, the first baseman for the Lady Saints, comes to the plate. She is a junior. Right-handed batter itself, and Kristen Anderson. For the Lady Broncos, Jordan Rogers in left, Faith Martin in center, Elizabeth Alcorn in right. Third baseman Becca Pursley, Casey Smith at short, Ashley Rogers at second, Morgan Yates at first, Dallas Hacker behind the plate. And the pitcher of the day is Karen Tennis for the Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian. Tennis now has runners behind her at first and second. High pitch indeed for a ball to Kristen Anderson. That's 5 balls that have been pitched now by Karen Tennis out of the strike zone. Second strike on that one. 0-2 the count to Kristen Anderson. Oh-2 pitch with one out here, top of the first inning. Wind up, got a strike. Another strikeout. Two strikeouts already for Karen Tennis here in the top of the first inning. Brianne Kurtz comes to the plate. Brianne is a junior. She's a catcher for the Lady Saints. Runners at second base is Tatiana Bainey and Ryan Sills at first base for the Lady Saints. Just wind up the pitch, swung on, got a strike. Fast pitching motion and rotation by Karen Tennis. Gets focus, is dialed in, and she just fires it on in for the Lady Broncos. Here's a windup and delivery. It's to the outside for a strike. 0-2 the count. Also, Tatiana Bainey steals third base, so now runners at the corners for the Lady Saints at third and first. Bainey at third, Sills at first with two outs here, top of the first inning. Karen Tennis wind up and pitch. Swung on, fouled off into the screen. Count remains 0-2 to Brianne Kurtz, the catcher for First Baptist. On deck is Rachel Smith, the right fielder, a freshman for the Lady Saints. Wind is blowing out from home plate to center field here at the softball complex at Waco Independent School District. Here's the windup and delivery. It's the outside strike. Strikes are out. So the Lady Saints of First Baptist, 2 hits, they strand 2 at no one crosses the plate. At the end of half an inning, we got no score, and the League City Bay Area Christian Lady Broncos coming to bat. Let me give you the defensive consideration and also the configuration for the Dallas First Baptist Lady Saints. We got Katie Taylor in left, Beth Kaufman in center, Rachel Smith in right. We got Tatiana Bainey at third, Madison Newton at shortstop, Megan Holm at second, Kristen Anderson at first base, Brianne Kurtz behind the plate, and Ryan Sills, the pitcher. Top 3, top of the order for the Lady Broncos, a Bay Area Christian, Becca Pursley, Ashley Rogers, and Casey Smith. We have Pursley, Rogers, and Smith. Top of the order for the Lady Broncos. No score in the bottom of the first inning between the Lady Broncos and the Lady Saints. TAPPS 3A Girls State Championship game from Waco, Texas. Top of the order coming now, Becca Pursley for the Bay Area Lady Broncos. Bay Area Christian, Greater Houston area, just between the Houston area and Galveston off Interstate 45. Bay Area Christian. Bay Area Christian wearing blue uniforms with red socks. The Lady Saints First Baptist Academy, red uniforms with Columbia blue letters and numbers with gray pants and red socks. Bottom of the first inning here at Waco Independent School District Softball Stadium #1. High pitch, bouncer to the short, second base, Megan Holman, relayed to first, got her. Put it down as 4-3 for the first out. Ashley Rogers to the plate now for the Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian. Right-handed batter. Ashley Rogers is a senior. One out here, bottom of the first inning. Here's the pitch. Ball to the outside for ball 1. On deck is Casey Smith for the Lady Broncos. No score here, bottom of the first inning. TAPPS 3A Girls State Championship game between the Lady Broncos and the Lady Saints. Popped up, rolls foul for a strike. Evens the count 2-strike count to Ashley Rogers. Tatiana Bainey playing about 2/3 the way in on third base. Same thing also for the second baseman and shortstop for the Lady Saints. Swing and a miss there. Batter is out on strike. So that's 2 down here at the bottom of the first inning. Casey Smith coming to the plate now for the Lady Broncos with the bases empty. Casey Smith, a senior, plays shortstop. Two outs here, bottom of the first inning. No score between the Lady Broncos and the Lady Saints. Ryan Sills pitch inside there for a strike. Long look in by Ryan Sills. Got a strike on that one. 0-2. Sills ahead of the batters 0-2 here. Very much of a very focused young lady, number 13 on the pitcher's mound for the Lady Saints. Both pitchers have very fast mechanics. And you look at their faces, they are rock solid. Swung on, foul back into the screen. Count still remains 0-2 with 2 outs here. Bottom of the first inning, no score between the Lady Saints and the Lady Broncos. On deck is Karen Tennis, the pitcher for the Lady Broncos. Here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's a windup in the pitch. Struck her out. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and no one left at the end of 1 complete inning here at Waco, Texas. Our score, Bay Area Christian Lady Broncos, nothing. Dallas First Baptist Lady Saints, nothing. Now to the top of the second inning for First Baptist of Dallas, the Lady Saints. Middle of the order, coming to the plate, anticipation is Rachel Smith, the right fielder, Katie Taylor, the left fielder, and Madison Newton, the shortstop. Smith, Taylor, and Newton, top of the second inning for the Lady Saints. Again, the configuration on defense for League City Bay Area Christian Lady Broncos. Jordan Rogers in left, Faith Martin in center, Alcorn in right, Pursley at third, Smith at shortstop, Rogers at second, Yates at first, behind the plate, Dallas Hacker, Karen Tennis, the pitcher for Bay Area Christian Lady Broncos. Rachel Smith will come to the plate for Bay Area for Dallas Christian. First Baptist Academy brought a good cheering section to this afternoon's game here in Waco. Dimensions here at the softball complex in Waco, Texas. 200 to center, 200 left, 200 to right. Right-handed batter comes to the plate, Rachel Smith. Freshman right fielder for the Lady Saints. Pursley's playing in. Semi-deep is the left fielder, Jordan Rogers. And here comes Karen Tennis's first pitch. Got a strike. 0-1 the count to Rachel Smith. Katie Taylor, left fielder, on deck. Long look in by Karen Tennis. Here's her windup in the pitch. Bounces on in there, evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. We will crown a brand new TAPPS 3A state champion today. The teams that were in the Final Four last year, Bullard Brook Hill, Amarillo San Jacinto, Austin St. Dominic, and Conroe the Woodlands. All 4 teams are not in this contest. We will crown a new champion, either Bay City, League City Bay Area Christian or Dallas First Baptist. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count now. To Rachel Smith. Here's a pitch inside there again. Got a strike, even it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. No outs here, top of the 2nd inning. On deck is Katie Taylor, the left fielder for the Lady Saints of First Baptist Academy. Here's a windup and pitch by Karen Tennis. Swung and missed, got a strikeout. That is now 4 strikeouts for Karen Tennis. She had 3 strikeouts in the 1st inning, and Rachel Smith goes down in the 2nd inning. On deck now, coming to the plate, is Katie Taylor, the left fielder, freshman. Right-handed batter is Katie Taylor. Long look in by Karen Tennis. Here's a windup and pitch to the outside for a strike. 0-1 the count now to Katie Taylor. On deck is Madison Newton, the shortstop, a junior for the Lady Saints. Wind is blowing out, home plate to center field. Ball is popped up. Beat it out as a single. My goodness gracious, ball popped up. The catcher, Dallas Hacker, could not get it. So it was a single for Katie Taylor. Katie Taylor is at first base for the Lady Saints. The 3rd base runner for the Saints in this contest. Madison Newton, the shortstop, comes to the plate. Madison Newton, a right-handed batter, number 15. A junior. First pitch coming through, takes a strike. On deck is Beth Kaufman, the center fielder for the Lady Saints. No score here at the top of the 2nd inning between the Lady Saints and the Lady Broncos. Here's a windup and delivery. Swung on, fouled away. The Lady Saints of First Baptist of Dallas are the visitors in this game, and the home team is League City Bay Area Christian, the Lady Broncos. 0-2 the count. 0-2 the count to Madison Newton, the shortstop. Here's the windup and pitch, fouled away again. Katie Taylor on first base with a single. 3rd runner for the Lady Saints in this game. Lady Broncos have not had a base runner yet. Here's a windup and delivery, swung on. Double play. Ball was popped up, taken by the 2nd baseman, relayed to 1st, and that was double play, and that was it. Big double play. So at the end of an inning and a half, our score remains 0-0 between First Baptist of Dallas and League City Bay Area Christian. We go now to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Lady Broncos will bring to the plate anticipated Karen Tennis, Jordan Rogers, and Faith Martin. That's Tennis, Rogers, and Martin, the middle of the batting order for the Lady Broncos as we continue this TAPPS 3A Girls State Championship game. No score between First Baptist Academy of Dallas and Bay Area Christian Lady Broncos. Coming to the plate now is the pitcher for Bay Area Christian, Karen Tennis. Karen Tennis is the junior, right-handed batter, followed by Jordan Rogers, a freshman, and Faith Martin, a junior. Tennis, Rogers, and Martin. Bottom of the 2nd inning for Bay Area Christian. Again, the configuration for the Lady Saints. We have Taylor in left, Kaufman in center, Smith in right, Abeni at short, Newton at Abeni at 3rd, Newton at short, Holm at 2nd, Anderson at 1st, Kurtz behind the plate, and Ryan Sills. First pitch to Karen Tennis is a strike. Third baseman Abeni is playing in about 5 or 6 feet, hugging the baseline. Here's a windup by Ryan Sills. It's to the outside for a ball. Oh no, call that a strike. 2 strikes. Pitcher is giving that outside plate. No balls and 2 strikes to Karen Tennis. Ryan Sills looks on in. Here's her windup and her pitch. Struck her out. Karen Tennis goes down. That's a 3rd strikeout now for Ryan Sills. Coming to the plate now is Jordan Rogers. Jordan Rogers, a freshman, plays left field, left-handed batter. Lines popped up, out of the hand. For strike 1. Back in the batter's box is Jordan Rogers, the left fielder. Behind 0-1, Faith Martini on deck. Make that Faith Martin on deck for the Lady Broncos. Here's a windup and pitch by Ryan Sills. It's to the outside for a ball. Even the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Jordan Rogers, left-handed batter for the Lady Broncos. Ryan Sills taking her time. Here's a windup and pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the left side. Moves the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jordan Rogers. Center fielder Beth Kaufman is playing about at the 190-foot level for 200-foot deep to center. About 175 is Katie Taylor, and Rachel Smith about the same, about 175. Left-handed batter to the plate. Here she goes. Jordan Rogers, wind up the pitch to the outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's the home plate umpire says with 1 out here, bottom of the 2nd inning. No score between the Lady Saints and the Lady Broncos. The Lady Broncos, the home team from Bay Area Christian. First Baptist Academy out of Dallas is the visitors. Here's the windup of the pitch, fouled off into the screen. Count remains 2-2 with 1 out here at the bottom of the 2nd inning. Faith Martin on deck for the Lady Broncos. Back in the batter's box goes Jordan Rogers with a count of 2-2 on her. Look in by Ryan Sills, the pitcher. Here's her windup. Dribbler to the second baseman, Megan Holm over to first. Not in time, she's safe. Runner advances to second base. So we'll call that a single and an error. And Jordan Rogers is on second for the Lady Broncos. First base runner for the Lady Broncos this afternoon. Now coming to the plate is Faith Martin, a junior center fielder for the Lady Broncos. On deck is Dallas Hacker, number 13, the catcher for the Lady Broncos. No score between the Lady Broncos and the Lady Saints. Jordan Rogers on second base for the Lady Broncos. Bunt laid down beautifully. Taken by Hacker, throws to first base. The runner is safe. The first baseman loses the ball. The runner advances to third base, which is Jordan Rogers. And Faith Martin, who beats out a single, goes to second. Some communication problem with First Baptist there. What should have been an easy putout became 2 runners in scoring position now for the Lady Broncos. Bit of a huddle there on the mound to make sure that everybody's on the same page. Again, Faith Martini gets a single, beats it out to first base. At the same time, Jordan Rogers goes to third base, and Faith Martin makes a run to second base. So, runners at first and second make that second and third for the Lady Broncos, and Dallas Hacker comes to the plate, number 13. We're coming close to the 5 o'clock hour here in Waco, Texas. You're listening to us on live streaming on LegacySportsNetwork.com. Dallas Hacker to the plate now, the catcher. Dallas Hacker is a junior, number 13. Waiting on Ryan Sills' pitch, is inside there for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Dallas Hacker. Runners at second and third for the Lady Broncos. No score here in the bottom of the second inning between the Lady Saints of Dallas Baptist Academy and the Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian. Even the count out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Morgan Yates, the first baseman, on deck now for the Lady Broncos. Ryan Sills getting focused now. Here's a windup and quick delivery. Swung on, bouncer to the second baseman underneath the glove. 1 run scores for the Broncos. Coming around the corner, 2nd run scores for the Broncos. Stretching out from a double to the triple is going to be Faith Martin. Coming around home, is it an inside park home run? It is! Inside the park home run for Faith Martin. Make that Dallas Hacker in the park home run. Rogers scores, Martin scores, and Dallas Hacker brings it on home. 3-0 is the score for the Lady Broncos. Morgan Yates comes to the plate, the first baseman. Lady Broncos celebrating in the park home run from Dallas Hacker, the catcher. 3-0 our score, bottom of the second inning. Ball 1 to Morgan Yates. Elizabeth Alcorn on deck. Here's a windup in the pitch, got a strike. Even the count to 1 ball, 1 strike to Morgan Yates. 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian already scored 3 runs. Swung on and a miss. Big cut and miss there for a 2nd strike. Strikeout. One ball, no strike now to the batter. Here's the windup and pitch. Elizabeth Alcorn. 2 strikes. Long look in there by the pitcher, Ryan Sills. Got a strikeout. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no one is stranded at the end of 2 complete innings. Our score is the Bay Area Christian Lady Broncos 3. First Baptist Academy of Dallas, nothing. Let's go to the top of the 3rd inning. Top of the 3rd inning now for First Baptist Lady Saints. Looking at the bottom of the order, Beth Kaufman, the center fielder, going to Tatiana Bainey and also Megan Holmes. Anticipated Kaufman, Bainey, and Holmes at the top of the 3rd inning. 3-0 our score. The Lady Saints trail the Lady Broncos from Bay Area Christian. 3 big runs, including in the park home run for the Lady Broncos. by Dallas Hacker, the catcher. Bringing in Jordan Rogers and Faith Martin. Beth Kaufman to the plate now. Center fielder, right-handed batter for the Lady Saints, First Baptist Academy. Beth Kaufman is a junior. Karen Tennis, the pitcher. Here's her first pitch in the third inning. Got a ball on the outside to Beth Kaufman. Third baseman Becca Pursley's playing close. About 2/3 of the way in. Casey Smith at short. Rogers at second. Yates at first for the Lady Broncos. Swung on. Got a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Beth Kaufman. Then the top of the order, Tatiana Bainey and Megan Holm for the Lady Saints. They trail 3-0 to the Lady Broncos. Pitch to the outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Lady Saints from Dallas Baptist Academy, First Baptist Academy in Dallas. Brand new facility at First Baptist there in Dallas, quite impressive. Wind up in the pitch by Karen Tennis. Tries to lay down a bunt, but it is a strike. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Multi-million-dollar remake of that facility at First Baptist in Dallas, and quite impressive. Check it out online. Karen Tennis takes a pitch inside there, moves the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count to Beth Kaufman, center fielder for the Lady Saints. Kaufman, a right-handed batter in the batter's box. Here's a windup and delivery by Karen Tennis. Struck her out. Got her looking for the first out here in the third inning. Let's go to the top of the order now with Tatiana Bainey, who had a single in the first inning, followed by Megan Holm. Tatiana Bainey, third baseman, junior. That is the 4th. Make that the 5th strikeout for Karen Tennis in this competition already. Popped up. Right center field. It drops. Goes all the way to the wall. Bainey circles first. Goes to second. Heads off to third. Here's the relay to third base. No in time. Tatiana Bainey with a triple. A triple for the Lady Saints with 1 out in the top of the third inning. Megan Holm comes to the plate, number 8. Second baseman. Megan Holm 0 for 1 today. She struck out on the first. 3-0 our score here on the top of the third inning. The Lady Saints trail the Lady Broncos from Bay Area Christian. Here's the windup and delivery. Bunt tried to be laid down. It's foul. 0-1 the count to Megan Holm. Ryan Sills, the pitcher for the Lady Saints, on deck. Tatiana Bainey's 2 for 2 today. Got a single in the first inning and got a triple here in the third. She's on third base currently. Megan Holm pops it up. Back in the screen, 0-2 the count. 1 out here, top of the third inning. 3-0 Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian over First Baptist Academy of Dallas. Karen Tennis, focused. Here's her windup and delivery. Popper down to the first baseline, goes foul. Count remains 0-2 to Megan Holm. Weather is absolutely glorious here in Waco, Texas. A lot of blue sky here. In the first game we had, which started at 1 o'clock for the Class 1A, 2A state championship, we had a 35-minute weather delay because of light rain and had to get the field prepped again. Our starting time here was around 4:45, and the weather is absolutely glorious. Struck out. Another one bites the dust. That's Megan Holm, goes down for the 2nd out of the inning. Ryan Sills, the pitcher, comes to the plate. Ryan Sills had base on balls in the first inning. Runner at third base is Tatiana Bainey for the Saints. On deck is Kristen Anderson, the first baseman. Here's the windup and the pitch. Got a strike. Karen Tennis fires that one in there. 6 strikeouts already for the pitcher for the Lady Broncos, Karen Tennis. Tatiana Bainey on third base for the Lady Saints, trying to make that crossover, bouncer up the middle. Run scores, Tatiana Bainey scores, and we got a single. First run of the game for the Lady Saints. They now trail 3-1. Ryan Sills has a single, goes to first base. Now Kristen Anderson comes to the plate. Number 16, she's a junior, right-handed batter. She struck out in the first inning. Lady Saints now trail 3-1 to the Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian. Top of the third inning here in Waco, Texas. Thanks for joining us on LegacySports.com, Network.com. Here's a windup and pitch by Karen Tennis. Right down the middle. Not quite good enough. We'll call it a ball. Ball 1 to Kristen Anderson. Windup and pitch by Karen Tennis. Here's delivery. Trying to steal second base. And she's safe. It's Ryan Sills. Moving on to scoring position is Ryan Sills on a stolen base. Kristen Anderson has 2 balls and no strikes on her. Brianne Kurtz, the catcher, on deck for the Lady Saints. Kristen Anderson, right-handed batter, number 16, first baseman for the Lady Saints. Karen Tennis, here's a windup and delivery. It's high. Moves the count to 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes to Kristen Anderson. Tempo's beginning to change in favor of the Lady Saints. They already got 1 run across from Tatiana Bainey. Runner at second base, 3-0 count now to Kristen Anderson, the batter in the box. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swung on, it's fouled. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Kristen Anderson with 2 outs here. Top of the third inning. 3-1 our score. In favor of the Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian over Dallas First Baptist Academy. Here's a windup and pitch by Tennis. Fouled off again. Moves the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Getting ready for the payoff pitch is Karen Tennis. Wind continues to blow from home plate all the way out to center field. Long look in by Karen Tennis. Here's the windup and the pitch. Popped up. Coming up is Karen Tennis for the grab. And Lady Saints get 1 hit. They strand 1 at third base, but they get a run across at the end of 2.5 innings. Our score, Bay Area Christian 3, First Baptist Academy of Dallas 1. Let's focus on the defensive configuration of the Dallas Baptist Academy. Lady Saints. Taylor in left, Kaufman at center, Smith in right, Abaney at third, Newton at short, Holm at second, Anderson at first, Kurtz behind the plate, and Ryan Sills, the pitcher. First Baptist Academy of Dallas. The Lady Saints. Bottom of third inning here at Waco, Texas. The wind continues to blow, this time for about the first base line out to center field. 3-1 our score. The Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian 3-1 over First Baptist Academy, the Lady Saints. Coming to the plate now is Becca Pursley. Becca's 0 for 1 today, ground out in the first inning. Right-handed batter. Becca Pursley is a sophomore. Takes the ball. On deck is Ashley Roberts, senior. One ball and no strikes to the batter, Becca Pursley. Wind up in the pitch. Strike there. Even the count of 1 ball and 1 strike, bouncing around just a bit. On deck is Ashley Roberts and also Casey Smith in the dugout. So we have Pursley, Rogers, and Smith. Top of the 3rd inning for the ladies Broncos, enjoying a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. TAPPS 3A Girls State Championship. High pitch to the outside. Lose the count of 2 balls and 1 strike to Becca Pursley. Beth Kaufman, the center fielder, playing most like in the gap between center field and right field. Here's the windup in the pitch. Got a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count now to Becca Pursley. No outs here, the top bottom of the 3rd inning for the Lady Broncos. Here's a windup pitch, big strike. And struck her out on a big. So that's the first out here in the 3rd inning. Ashley Rogers to the plate. That is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeout for Becca Pursley in the contest. Ashley Rogers to the plate, the second baseman. She's a senior, struck out on the 1st inning. 0 for 1, fouled this one off. And boom, you hear it on the tin roof. The away team is First Baptist Academy on your video screen. The home team is the Bay Area Christian Lady Broncos. The Broncos lead 3-1, bottom of the 3rd inning. 0-1 the count to Ashley Rogers. Right-handed batter popped up, goes over our heads again. 0-2 the count. Casey Smith, a senior shortstop, comes to the batter's box after Ashley Rogers is through with her turn at bat. 0-2 the count to Ashley Rogers. Ryan Sills. Here's a windup and a delivery. It's way to the outside, moves the ball to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Back in the batter's box is Ashley Rogers. And here's her windup and delivery. Struck her out. Second one goes down in this inning. Another strikeout for Ryan Sills. Coming to the plate now is Casey Smith, the senior shortstop, number 11 right-handed batter. Casey struck out in her first appearance. She's 0 for 1 today. Ryan Sills is getting in a groove. The pitcher for the Lady Saints fires on in there low for a ball. Bases are empty here at the bottom of the 3rd inning. On deck is Karen Tennis, the pitcher for the Lady Broncos. Right now the attention's on Ryan Sills. Here's a windup in the pitch, swung on, fouled it off. Casey Smith does. 1 ball and 1 strike the count with 2 outs, the bottom of the 3rd inning. First Baptist Academy of Dallas and Bay Area Christian of League City, the TAPPS Girls 3A State Championship game, the last softball game of the year. 1A, 2A played earlier today. 4A and 5A played yesterday in Belton. Here's the windup in the pitch, swung on over our heads. Moves the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Casey Smith. 2 outs down here at the bottom of the 3rd inning. 3-1 our score. The home team are the Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian. The visiting team is First Baptist Academy of Dallas. First Baptist fans are now pounding. Ryan Sills' delivery to the outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Stepping out of the box is Casey Smith. Sun's beginning to shine here in Waco. That's a very good thing to see. Back into the mound goes Ryan Sills. Here's a windup and delivery. Swung on to the shortstop. Madison Newton relays to first. She's safe. Pulled her foot off the bag. That's Kristen Anderson. So we have a single for Casey Smith. Coming to the plate now is number 7, Karen Tennis. Karen struck out in the second inning. Runner at first base is Casey Smith for the Lady Broncos. On deck is Jordan Rogers, the left fielder for Bay Area Christian. Into the batter's box now is the pitcher for the Lady Broncos, Karen Tennis, against her counterpart on the field. That's Ryan Sills from First Baptist Academy. Fires a pitch inside there for a strike. 0-1 the count to Karen Tennis. Bottom of third inning, 2 outs, runner at first base. That's Casey Smith for the Lady Broncos. 3-1 our score, Lady Broncos over the Lady Saints. Long look in by Ryan Sills, wind up pitch. Roller down the first base side, goes foul. 0-2 the count to Karen Tennis. Bay Area Christian 3, Dallas First Baptist Academy 1. 2-run lead for the Lady Broncos, and they got that in the second inning. On In the Park, home run. Karen Tennis waits the pitch, swung on, popped up, deep shot to center field. It goes, it's gone. Home run by Karen Tennis, scoring Casey Smith. And here she comes, touching home plate. And yes, she does. Runs 4 and 5. 5-1 our score. 0-2 count to Karen Tennis. She pounds at 2 by 195 feet, right center field. Bay Area Christian Lady Broncos have exploded to a 5-1 lead. For 2 runs here in the bottom of the third inning. Again, a home run by Karen Tennis. Coming to the plate now is Jordan Rogers, left fielder, freshman, left-handed batter for the Lady Broncos. Here's the windup in the pitch. Foul down the third base line for a strike. Jordan Rogers is 1 for 1 today, got a single in the second inning and scored the first run for the Lady Broncos. Our score now 5-1, Bay Area Christian over First Baptist Academy of Dallas. TAPPS 3A Girls State Championship game from Waco, Texas. Here's a windup in the pitch. Ball is to the outside, evens the count at 1-1. Faith Martin on deck, the center fielder for the Lady Broncos. Jordan Rogers, freshman, left fielder, 1-1 count. Takes a big cut on that one, moves the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs here, bottom of third inning. 5-1 lead for the Lady Broncos. Foul it off again. Ryan Sills started out the third inning with a 1 strikeout and then a 2nd strikeout. First 2 batters gone, but then a single for Casey Smith and a home run by Karen Tennis has turned what should have been an easy inning for the Saints into something they're scratching their heads on now as they trail 5-1. Jordan Rogers waiting for the pitch. Here it comes. Swung on, bouncer to the second baseman, Megan Holm. Relay to first, not in time. Runner is safe. Jordan Rogers at first base. Now Faith Martin comes to the plate. Jordan Rogers, freshman, right-handed batter to the plate. Lays the bunt down. Change that one. Jordan Rogers. Number 4, make that Faith Martin. Faith Martin with a strike. Wind up a pitch, bunt back into the screen, fouled out and away. Breaking on the pitch was Jordan Rogers. Faith Martin 1 for 1 today. Got a single in the second inning and scored the second run for the Lady Broncos. Finds herself down the count. No balls and 2 strikes. A single, a home run, and a single for the Lady Broncos after 2 outs. And now it comes to the end of the third inning. Got a strikeout there. At the end of 3 complete innings, our score, Bay Area Christian 5, Dallas Baptist Academy 1. First Baptist Academy, middle of the batting order for the Lady Saints as we go to the top of the 4th inning. We got Breanne Kurtz, Rachel Smith, and Katie Taylor. That's anticipated coming to the plate. Breanne Kurtz, the catcher. Rachel Smith, right fielder. Katie Taylor. Middle of the batting order for the Lady Saints as they trail 5-1 to the Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian. Beautiful evening here in Central Texas. Thanks also to Waco Independent School District for coming on short notice and allowing us to have our softball games here and also our baseball games across the way. Facility at University of Mary Hardin-Baylor was underwater because of the thunderstorms that came through last night and this morning. So we had to pack up everything and move 55 miles up Interstate 35 to the lovely city of Waco. WACO, home of Baylor University, the Baylor Bears. Coming to the plate now, let's begin the top of the 4th inning for the Lady Saints, trailing 5-1. Coming up is the catcher, 0-0, Breanne Kurtz. Breanne struck out in the first inning, 0 for 1. Right-handed batter. On deck is Rachel Smith and then Katie Taylor. Breanne Kurtz. Karen Tennis already with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts in this afternoon's game. Throws a strike there to Breanne Kurtz. 0-1 the Kurtz. Long looking by Karen Tennis. Here's her windup and her pitch. Fouled off, behind the count, 0-2. Lady Saints trail 5-1 as we are finding ourselves in the bottom of the 4th inning. Karen Tennis with her pitch. Fouled off the first base side, count remains 0-2. The away team is the First Baptist Academy Lady Saints, the home team, League City Bay Area Christian. TAPPS 3A Girls State Championship game, the last baseball game for TAPPS and softball game this season. Fouls that one off again, 0-2 the count continues for Breanne Kurtz. Junior, 0-0, right-handed batter. I always wonder why people wanted 0-0. I would have a special place in my heart for them. Wind up and pitch to the inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Breanne Kurtz. Karen Tennis, very focused, wearing sunglasses. Here's a wind up and pitch. Struck her out. 1 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Rachel Smith comes to the plate. Rachel Smith is a right fielder, right-handed batter. She struck out on the 2nd inning. Here's a windup and pitch by Tennis, just the outside for a strike. On deck is Katie Taylor, the left fielder for the Lady Saints of First Baptist Academy. 5-1 our score. Bay Area Christian Foul off the first base side. That fast, Rachel Smith finds herself behind the count, 0-2. Top of the fourth inning, 1 out, 5-1 our score. Bay Area Christian 5, First Baptist Academy of Dallas 1. Karen Tennis, wind up and delivery, right down the middle for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Rachel Smith. Freshman Rachel Smith back in the batter's box. All the outfielders playing deep as the wind blows out. Home plate to center. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count to Rachel Smith. 2 home runs already for Bay Area Christian, a 3-run blast and a 2-run blast. Here's a windup and delivery. Struck her out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Karen Tennis. Coming to the plate now is Katie Taylor, number 12, the freshman. Katie's a right-handed batter. Got a single in the second inning, but caught in a double play to wipe out any chances of the Saints in the second inning. 1 for 1 today. Takes a slice at that one for a strike. On deck is Madison Newton, the shortstop for the Lady Saints. Top of the fourth inning. 5-1 our score. Bay Area Christian Lady Broncos 5. First Baptist Academy of Dallas 1. Swung on, chopper, goes foul. Katie Taylor finds herself 0-2 behind the pitcher, Karen Tennis, who's already had 2 strikeouts this inning. Look in by Karen Tennis. Here's her windup and delivery. Popper to the shortstop, relay to first. That's it. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Saints, the top half of the fourth inning. At the end of 3.5, our score still remains Bay Area Christian 5, Dallas First Baptist Academy 1. Now let's go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. The Lady Broncos, the latter half of their batting order. 7, 8, 9 of the batting order. Dallas Hacker, the catcher. Morgan Yates, the first baseman. Elizabeth Alcorn, the right fielder. 7, 8, 9 of the batting order for the Lady Broncos, which lead 5-1, bottom of the fourth inning. Skies basically have cleared out completely here in Waco, finally to see some sun. Rain that came has passed. We had a rain delay in our first game, which started at 1 o'clock this afternoon for about 30 minutes. Kind of wondering if that was just a portent of things to come, and it cleared out nicely. We're going to get this game in under beautiful skies here in Waco, Texas. Ryan Sills tosses it in there to number 13, Dallas Hacker, for a ball. Hacker, Yates, and Alcorn. Bottom of the fourth inning for the Lady Broncos, enjoying a 5-1 lead. Here's the windup and pitch by Sills to the outside for a strike. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Katie Taylor's playing medium in left field. Beth Kaufman is playing deep, kind of right center. Playing deep right is Rachel Smith for the outfield for the Lady Saints. Outside pitch again for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike to Dallas Hacker. On deck is Morgan Yates for the Lady Broncos. Here's the windup and the pitch to the outside. Moves the count to 3 balls and 1 strike to Dallas Hacker. Change that to 2-2. That's what the home plate umpire said, so we'll do what the home plate umpire says. 2-2 the count. Struck her out. Got her looking for the first out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Morgan Yates to the plate. That is strikeout 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts now for Ryan Sills. But what has hurt Ryan is that she has given up 2 home runs, a 3-run home run and also a 2-run home run. But 9 strikeouts already for Ryan Sills. Coming to the plate now is Morgan Yates, first baseman for the Lady Broncos, number 21. Relay to first. She beats it out for a single. That's Morgan Yates. Coming to the plate now is number 8, Elizabeth Alcorn, the right fielder, right-handed batter. Elizabeth struck out in the second inning. She has a runner at first base in Morgan Yates, trying to build on a 5-1 lead for the Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian. Here's the windup in the pitch. Foul tipped that one off. Bounced off the mask of Breanne Kurtz. One strike to Elizabeth Alcorn. Second pitch comes in, 0-2. One out here. Ryan Sills, the pitcher for First Baptist. First Baptist trails 5-1, bottom of the fourth inning. Here's Sills delivering the pitch to the outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first base is Morgan Yates for the Lady Broncos. Stadium's gone quiet. Here's a windup and pitch for Sills. Two balls, 2 strikes. Top of the order, Becca Pursley for the Lady Broncos. It's the quietest stadium you'll hear. Listen to this. There you go. Struck her out, got her looking. That's 10 strikeouts now for Ryan Sills. Top of the order now, Becca Pursley. Becca's 0 for 2 today. Ground out in the first inning, struck out in the third. Becca Pursley, sophomore third baseman, right-handed batter. Top of the bottom of the fourth inning. Her first pitch in there is for a strike. On deck is Ashley Rogers, the second baseman for the Lady Broncos. Long look in there by Ryan Sills. Here's her pitch and delivery. Big cut on that one for a strike. 0-2 the count to Becca Pursley. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the fourth inning, 5-1 the score. Got a swing and a miss. Struck her out. So no runs on 1 hit. They strand 1 at the end of 4 complete innings. Our score still remains Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian 5. The Lady Saints of First Baptist Academy 1. And for the Lady Saints, the latter half of their batting order will come to the plate here as we start the top of the 5th inning. Anticipated at bat are Madison Newton, the shortstop, Beth Kaufman, the center fielder, and the top of the order, Tatiana Abaney. Again, Newton, Kaufman, and Abaney. Top of the order for the 5th inning for the Lady Saints. Again, configuration for the Lady Broncos. Let's go the opposite way with Karen Tennis as pitcher. Dallas Hacker behind the plate. First base, Morgan Yates. Second base, Ashley Rogers. Casey Smith at shortstop. Becca Pursley at third. Right fielder, Elizabeth Alcorn. Faith Martin in center field. And Jordan Rogers in left. Top of the 5th inning, 5-1 our score. The Lady Saints of First Baptist trail the Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian out of League City, Texas. Warm-up pitches are still going on now for Karen Tennis. And coming to the plate now for the Lady Saints. Looking at number 15, Madison Newton, the shortstop, right-handed batter. Madison hit into a double play in the second inning, so she's 0 for 1. On deck is Beth Kaufman, the center fielder for the Lady Saints. Again, to start the top of the 5th inning, Madison Newton, shortstop, junior. Here's the windup in the pitch. Swung on, fouled on the first base line for strike 1. You count up the strikeouts for Karen Tennis already. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts in this afternoon's championship game. Swung on, chopper. Tennis relays to first for the first out. Mark that down, 1-3. Beth Kaufman comes to the plate. Number 4, the center fielder, a junior. She struck out in the 3rd inning, 0 for 1 today. Followed by the top of the order, Tatiana Bainey. Beth Kaufman, right-handed batter, takes a high pitch, ball 1. Top of the 5th inning here at Waco Independent School District Softball Complex. Pitched way to the inside. 2-0 the count to Beth Kaufman. Looking at the Lady Bronco configuration, Faith Martin, center fielders, playing deep near the warning track. Karen Tennis, wind up and pitch. Fouls. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 5th inning. Tries to lay the bunt down. It goes foul. Evens the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes to Beth Kaufman. Here's a windup and pitch by Karen Tennis. It's in there. Struck her out, got her looking. She did not like that one at all. So that's 2 outs now. Top of the 5th inning. Let's go to the top of the order. Tatiana Bainey. Tatiana is 2 for 2. She had a single in the 1st inning and had a triple in the 3rd and scored the only run for the Lady Saints this afternoon. 2 for 2. 2 outs here, top of the 5th inning. First pitch across is a ball. On deck is Megan Holm, the junior second baseman for the Lady Saints. Saints trail 5-1 to the Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian. Tatiana Bainey, wind up in the pitch. Ball gets past the catcher, moves the count to 2 balls and no strikes. Karen Tennis already with a strikeout here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the windup of the pitch, high again. Moves the count to 3 balls and no strikes to Tatiana Bainey. 3-0 the count. Now will Tatiana have a green light and take this one? Here's the windup and pitch by Karen Tennis. For a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike to Bainey. Tatiana Bainey back in the batter's box. Here's delivery by Karen Tennis. 3-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled out of play. Evens everything out. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. Let's do the payoff pitch for Karen Tennis. Tennis looks in. Here's her windup and delivery. Popper taken by Tennis, throws to first. She's safe. Tatiana Bainey beats out an infield single. She goes 3 for 3 today. That single comes with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Megan Holm comes to the plate. Megan Holm, the second baseman, 0 for 2 today. Struck out on the first inning, struck out in the third inning. Megan Holm, number 8, a junior, right-handed batter. On deck is Ryan Sills, the pitcher. Strike one to Megan Holm. Back in the batter's box is Megan Holm again. Karen Tennis focuses on in. Here's a windup and delivery. Tries to lay down a bunt, goes 0-2. Trying to move Tatiana Bainey from first to second. Finds herself no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for Megan Holm. Here's the windup and pitch by Karen Tennis. Struck her out. So First Baptist leaves one at the end of 4.5 innings. Our score still remains Bay Area Christian Lady Broncos 5, First Baptist Academy of Dallas 1. Let's look at the configuration of the Lady Saints as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Got Katie Taylor in left, Beth Kaufman in center, Rachel Smith in right, Tatiana Bainey at third, Madison Newton at shortstop, Megan Holm at second, Kristen Anderson at first base, Brianne Kurtz behind the plate, and Ryan Sills, number 13, the pitcher for the Lady Saints. Count down to the number of strikeouts that Ryan Sills has. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 strikeouts. But what has hurt Ryan is that she's given up 2 home runs, a 3-run blast in the second inning, and also a 2-run blast in the third. Those were the 5 runs for the Lady Broncos, all off home runs. So we go now to the upper portion of the batting order for the Lady Broncos. Anticipated is Ashley Rogers, Casey Smith, and Karen Tennis. 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order for the Lady Broncos. Coming to the plate now is Ashley Rogers. Wind up in the pitch, fouled it away is Ashley. Ashley Rogers is 0-2 for the day. She's struck out on the first and struck out in the third. Bottom of the 5th inning. Casey Smith's on deck, the shortstop. Ryan Sills ahead of her. 0-2 now with that big cut. Wind blowing out here at Waco. Perfectly blue skies. Gone are the rainy skies of southeast Texas and central Texas. Swung on. Bouncer to the second baseman. Relay to first. She's out. 4-3 for the first out. In the bottom of the 5th inning, Casey Smith comes to the plate. Number 11. Casey Smith, 1 for 2 today. She struck out on the first inning and had a single in the second inning and scored the 4th run for the Lady Broncos. Right-handed batter, a senior, Casey Smith, a shortstop. On deck is Karen Tennis, the pitcher, junior, number 7. Casey Smith takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 the count is Casey Smith. Bases are empty here, bottom of the 5th inning. Ryan Sills dialed on in. Here's a windup in the pitch. 0-2, a big cut. Nothing there for Casey Smith. Steps out of the batter's box just for a moment. 0-2 the count to Casey Smith. 1 out here, bottom of the 5th inning for the Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian, leading 5-1. Here's a windup and pitch. Way on the outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Casey Smith. One ball, 2 strikes. Ryan Sills Here's a windup and delivery way to the outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the windup and delivery. Swung on. Got a single. Goes into right field. Casey Smith with a single. Karen Tennis comes to the plate now. Bottom of the 5th inning. Karen Tennis struck out in the 2nd inning and had a 2-run home run in the 3rd inning. That shot that Karen Tennis had went over the left center field fence. The outfield, Taylor, Kaufman, and Smith for First Baptist is playing deep. The wind is still blowing out. Home plate to center field. Here's the windup in the pitch. Swung on underneath the glove of Tatiana Abeni for a single. Runner stretches out to 3rd base. Goes on in there. And Karen Tennis goes into 2nd with a single. So 1 out. Runners at 2nd and 3rd for the Lady Broncos. Coming to the plate now is Jordan Rogers, number 9. Jordan Rogers, 2 for 2 today. Got a single in the 2nd, single in the 3rd. Runners in scoring position for the Lady Broncos, trying to pad a 5-1 lead over the Lady Saints from First Baptist Academy of Dallas. Wide up and pitched by Ryan Sills. Rolls foul for a strike. One out here, bottom of the 5th inning. Casey Smith on 3rd base for the Broncos. Karen Tennis on 2nd base for the Broncos. First base is open. Jordan Rogers has a 1-strike count against her. Left-handed batter, left fielder. Wind up in the pitch. Swung on. Little dribbler. Squeeze play at the plate. She's safe. Runners are safe all the way around. Casey Smith crosses the plate for the 6th run of the squeeze play. Karen Tennis goes to 3rd base. And Jordan Rogers takes a single and moves it to 2nd base. Squeeze play was on, and the Broncos score their 6th run. Again with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning with 1 out. Come to the plate now is Faith Martin. Faith Martin got a single in the 2nd and struck out in the 3rd. Runners in scoring position. Button lays down, squeeze play at the plate. Runner scores, batter is out, runner advances to 3rd. That 7 runs have crossed now for the Lady Broncos. Jordan Rogers goes to 3rd base, and Faith Martin is out. But that's a sacrifice. Wow, 2 runs have crossed the plate already for the Lady Broncos. 7-1 our score. Dallas Hacker to the plate now as the catcher. Dallas Hacker had a home run in the 2nd inning, knocking in 3 runs and struck out. So Dallas has 1 strike on her in the bottom of the 5th inning, but 2 runs are ready for the Lady Broncos on squeeze plays. Here's the windup in the pitch, high. 1 ball and 1 strike to Dallas Hacker. Morgan Yates on deck, number 21, first baseman for the Lady Broncos. Here's the windup in the pitch. It's high. 2 balls and 1 strike to the Lady Broncos. Dallas Hacker. 2 strikes, 1 ball. You got that. Here's the windup in the pitch. Struck her out. But the damage is done as 2 runs cross the plate for the Lady Broncos at the end of 5 complete innings. Our score is Bay Area Christian Lady Broncos 7, First Baptist Academy of Dallas 1. We go to the top of the 6th inning. We now go to the top of the 6th inning. The Lady Saints of First Baptist Academy find themselves trailing 7-1. 7-1 to the Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian. Again, let's highlight the configuration for the defense for Bay Area Christian. Pursley at third, Smith at short, Rogers at second, Yates at first, Hacker behind the plate. Rogers in left, Martin in center, Alcorn in right behind, and the pitcher is Karen Tennis. Karen Tennis has a 6-run lead here on the top of the 6th inning. Coming to the plate now is Ryan Sills, the pitcher for First Baptist. Ryan Sills was walked in the 1st inning, got a single in the 3rd, and comes to the plate now with her team trailing 7-1. We have Sills, Anderson, and Kurtz. That's 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order in the top of the 6th inning. Wind continues to pick up speed as it goes from home plate to center field. Blue skies here in Waco, Texas. The final softball game in the 2013 baseball season, Class 3A, Texas Association of Private and Parochial Schools. 7-1, Bay Area Christian over First Baptist Academy. Karen Tennis winds up in the pitch, right down the middle for a strike. 0-1 the count to Ryan Sills. Kristen Anderson on deck for the Lady Saints. Another quick pitch in motion. Bouncer to the first baseman, relays the second baseman, and Sills goes down. Kristen Anderson, the first baseman, to the plate. Junior number 16, right-handed batter. Kristen Anderson is 0 for 2 today, struck out on the 1st. And popped up to the pitcher in the 3rd inning. First Baptist Academy trails 7-1 here, top of the 6th inning to Bay Area Christian. Foul back into the screen, 0-1. On deck is Breanne Kurtz, the catcher for the Lady Saints of First Baptist. Faith Martin, the center fielder, playing about the 190-foot level of deep center field. High pitch again to Kristen Anderson. Moves the count to 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out here, top of the 6th inning. Already we've seen 2 home runs in this game. Both of those by Bay Area Christian. Oh, hit by pitch. Kristen Anderson goes to first base. Breanne Kurtz to the plate. Checking out Kristen Anderson just a bit. She took a shot there on her left shoulder. To the plate now is 0-0, Breanne Kurtz, this catcher. Breanne struck out in the 1st inning and struck out in the 4th inning. Staying in is Kristen Anderson on first base. Hit by a pitch from Karen Tennis. Karen Tennis now focused. Wind up in the pitch. Here it goes. It's high for a ball. Ball 1 to Breanne Kurtz. On deck is Rachel Smith for the Lady Saints. Wind up and pitch now for Karen Tennis. It's high again. 2-0 the count. Still got a lot of noisy fans here from First Baptist Academy of Dallas. They travel quite well. Wind up and pitch. Swung on. Pop fouls. Out of play. Nice play, tried out there by the second baseman, Ashley Rogers, trying to snag that one down. Moves the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. To Breanne Kurtz. Strong look in by Karen Tennis. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul. That one out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Breanne Kurtz. 1 out here, top of the 6th inning. Runner at first base is Kristen Anderson for the Lady Saints. They trail 7-1 to the Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian. Tennis looks in. Here's her windup and delivery. Swung on, bouncer to the third base side, goes foul. Count still remains 2-2. We're at the 6 o'clock hour on the LegacySportsNetwork.com. I'm Francis Schrader. Thanks for joining us for the TAPPS Girls 3A State Championship game from Waco Independent School District's softball complex, field number 1. Wind up and pitch by Karen Tennis. Swung on, popped up. Second baseman underneath there, taken by the shortstop, Casey Smith for the out. Two down now, the top of the 6th inning. Coming to the plate now. We got a change. Coming to the plate is number 2 for First Baptist. That's Catherine G. Catherine G, number 2. Second strike on G. Runner at first base continues to be Kristen Anderson. Catherine G, 0-2 the count on G. Wind up in the pitch. A little low on that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Catherine G. Karen Tennis got zeroed in. Here's the wind up and pitch. Fouled off the right side. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to Catherine G. Catherine G, a sophomore outfielder for First Baptist Academy of Dallas. Wind up and pitch. It's low. Moves the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here. Deuces Wild here in the top of the 6th inning for First Baptist Academy of Dallas. They have a runner at first base, but trail 7-1 to Bay Area Christian, the Lady Broncos. Struck her out looking. So at the end of 5.5 innings, our score still remains the Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian 7, First Baptist Academy of Dallas 1. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, looking at the latter half of the batting order for the Lady Broncos, Morgan Yates, the first baseman, Elizabeth Alcorn, the right fielder, and the top of the order, Rebecca Pursley. That's what's anticipated. Yates, Alcorn, and Pursley for the bottom of the 6th inning for the Lady Broncos of Bay Area Christian. Thanks for joining us on LegacySportsNetwork.com. I'm Francis Schrader, enjoying our TAPPS 3A Girl State Championship game. First Baptist Academy of Dallas and Bay Area Christian of League City. Both of these teams were not in the Final Four last year. The Final Four champion was Bullard Brook Hill. The runner-up was Amarillo San Jacinto. Also in that Final Four was Austin St. Dominic and Conroe the Woodlands Christian. Those 4 teams are not in the Final Four this year. We will have crowned a new state champion this year, either Bay Area Christian, the Lady Broncos, or the Lady Saints of First Baptist Academy of Dallas. Coming to play now is number 21, Morgan Yates, the first baseman. Morgan Yates is 1 for 1. She struck out in the 2nd inning and had a single in the 4th. On deck is Elizabeth Alcorn, the right fielder. 7-1 our score, Bay Area Christian over First Baptist Academy. Here's the windup in the pitch. To the inside, a ball. Ball 1 to Morgan Yates. Bases are empty for the Lady Broncos. Enjoying a 6-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ryan Sills, the pitcher for the Lady Saints, swung on. 1-1 the count. Fouled over to the screen for Morgan Yates. 1 ball and 1 strike. No outs here. Bottom of the 6th inning. We're past the 6 o'clock hour on the Legacy Sports Network. I'm Francis Schrader. Thanks for joining us on the live streaming this evening. Here's a windup and delivery. Outside for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Morgan Yates. Left-handed batter, number 21 for the Lady Broncos. Back in the box again goes Morgan Yates. Ryan Sills, here's a delivery. Swung on, got a single right off the glove of Katie Taylor, rolls to the fence. Nice hit by Morgan Yates. Stand-up double for Morgan Yates. Hot shot to Katie Taylor, left fielder, bounced off her glove, had a hard time with the wind. Opposite end double for Morgan Yates. Elizabeth Alcorn will come to the plate for the Lady Broncos. Alcorn to the plate. 0 for 2 today. Struck out on the 2nd inning. Struck out in the 4th inning. Ryan Sills throws her some heat right across the outside of the plate for strike 1. No outs here at the bottom of the 6th inning. Leadoff double by Morgan Yates. Elizabeth Alcorn to the plate now. Elizabeth Alcorn, a freshman right fielder, tries to lay a bunt down, goes high, out. Pops up to the catcher for the out. Morgan Yates goes back to second base. Top of the order now for Rebecca Pursley, number 6, the sophomore. Rebecca 0 for 3 today. Grounded out in the 1st inning, struck out in the 3rd inning, struck out in the 4th inning. Morgan Yates on second base for the Lady Broncos. On deck is Ashley Rogers, swung on. Down the first base side, goes foul. Strike 1 to Becca Pursley. A lot of spirit going on by the crowd from First Baptist Academy, and also the ones on the other side for the Lady Saints. The Lady Broncos and the Lady Saints brought their faithful. Swung on, grounder to the second baseman, relays to first for the out. What happens too is Morgan Yates goes to third base. Becca Pursley is out at first. So 2 outs down, coming to Ashley Rogers to the plate. Bottom of the 6th inning. Ashley Rogers 0 for 3 today. Struck out on the 1st, struck out on the 3rd, ground out in the 5th. Right-handed batter, second baseman, takes the ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Ashley Rogers. On deck is Casey Smith, the shortstop. Ashley Rogers, a senior for the Lady Broncos. Long look in by Ryan Sills. Popped up. It drops in the middle, and the run scores. And Morgan Yates crosses the plate for the 8th run. That ball was perfectly dropped between the center fielder, the left fielder, and also the shortstop. So Ashley Rogers is on the first base with a single, a blooper single. Casey Smith to the plate, the shortstop, the senior right-handed batter. Casey's 2 for 3, struck out on the 1st, got a single in the 2nd, and single in the 5th. Pitch to the outside for a ball. 1 run crosses for Bay Area Christian. They lead 8-1 over First Baptist Academy of Dallas. Wind up and pitch by Ryan Sills to the outside. 2 balls and no strikes with 2 outs. On deck is Karen Tennis, the pitcher for the Lady Broncos. Wind up in the pitch. Big strike there. 2 balls and 1 strike to Casey Smith. Beautiful day here at Waco Independent School District, softball complex, field number 1. Sun is slowly setting. Chopper foul, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, we'll say congratulations and deep appreciation for the maintenance facility here at Waco Independent School District. They got the call at 8:30 this morning that we needed to use this field. In 3 hours, it went from muddy and unprepared to professionally done. I want to say thank you. Plus also we had a 30-minute delay of the Class 1A, 2A state championship game. We got a strikeout, and that wraps it up for the Lady Broncos in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now let's go to the top of the 7th. At the end of 6 complete innings here at Waco Independent School District, the Lady Broncos 8, the Lady Saints 1. Let's go to the top of the 7th inning. Last 3 outs for the Lady Saints. They have to make the most of it. They trail by 7. And we got the bottom of the batting order coming up for the Lady Saints. Scheduled are Katie Taylor, Madison Newton, and Beth Kaufman, the left fielder, the shortstop, and the center fielder for the Lady Saints. 8-1 our score. The Lady Saints scored their only run in the 3rd inning. That was Tatiana Abaney coming across the plate. For the Lady Broncos, 3-run home run, followed by a 2-run home run, plus a number of singles, which brought batters across. Karen Tennis, the pitcher for the Lady Saints. Karen Tennis already has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 strikeouts coming into the 7th inning. 11 strikeouts for Karen Tennis, the pitcher of record for the Lady Saints. Karen Tennis, pitcher for the Lady Broncos, is a junior, so we'll see her next year. Coming to the plate now is the batter, number 12, Katie Taylor for the Saints. Takes a strike. Katie Taylor's 1 for 1 today. Got a single in the 2nd inning, and she ground out in the 4th inning. Swung on, takes a hit. First base, she's out for the first out of the inning. Mark that down. Pitcher to first base, 1-3. Madison Newton comes to the plate now. Number 15, a junior, the shortstop. 0 for 2 today, hit into a double play in the 2nd inning and ground out in the 5th. 2 outs away from a state championship for Bay Area Christian Lady Broncos. Time on the field. Little discussion going on between the home plate umpire and the first base umpire. Wind continues to blow even greater from home plate to center field. Beautiful day for baseball here in the Waco area. Didn't turn out that way. We're wondering whether or not we're going to be, first of all, playing any softball or baseball anywhere in Central Texas. And we decided to take a trip 55 miles north to the Waco area from Belton. And we got ourselves 2 games in. 2 outs away from a state championship, Class 3A. Wind up and pitch by Karen Tennis. Strike 1. 0-1 the count to Madison Newton, the shortstop. Tennis looks on in. Wind up in the pitch. High strike, 0-2 the count to Madison Newton. Crowd standing for the Lady Broncos from Bay Area Christian on the third base line. Here's the windup and the pitch from Karen Tennis. Swung on, chopper to the first baseman, relay to the second baseman. Second out. 4-3. Beth Kaufman comes to the plate. Coming to play is Beth Kaufman, the center fielder, with 2 outs now in the top of the 7th inning. Kaufman struck out in the 3rd inning, struck out in the 5th inning. 1 out separates Bay Area Christian from a 3A state championship. Ball 1. 8-1 our score. Bay Area Christian Broncos over the Lady Saints of First Baptist Academy. Swung on, chopper down the third base line, goes foul. 1-1 the count. Two outs now. Bottom of the batting order for the Lady Saints of First Baptist Academy. High pitch again. 2 balls and 1 strike to Beth Kaufman, the center fielder. Karen Tennis looking on in. Here's her windup and delivery. To the inside for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 strike away. Karen Tennis needs for a state championship. 3A TAPPS, Texas Association of Private and Parochial Schools. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. Here's the windup in the pitch. Hits the batter. Batter goes to first base. Beth Kaufman at the first base. That's a second batter that was hit by pitch. Top of the order now, Tatiana Bainey. Tatiana is a perfect 3 for 3. Single in the first, triple in the third, single in the 5th. 3 for 3 for Bainey. Swung on to the shortstop, Casey Smith. Relays a second. We got a state champion. Congratulations now to League City Bay Area Christian Lady Broncos, capturing the Texas Association of Private and Parochial Schools State Championship 3A level. And congratulations also for the runner-up, First Baptist Academy of Dallas, the Lady Saints. Remarkable season for both schools. I'm Francis Schrader as we wind up this TAPPS softball season. This is the last base softball game for this year. 3A is always the last one. From all of us to all of you, our final score. League City Bay Area Christian Lady Broncos 8. The Lady Saints of First Baptist Academy 1. We will continue live streaming. From all of us to all of you, have a great season. We'll see you next springtime.